One time I had 14 cavities all at once. Yeah, I had the little procedure yesterday. I didn't, I thought that it was just gonna be like a light sedation, but they knocked me out like completely. Um, which I guess makes sense because they had to take like biopsies, and I can imagine that a light sedation would not do um, for somebody like getting pieces of their stomach lining taken out. They put the IV in, and it hurt so bad because they put it in through your hand. I guess it's like easier if you're like unresponsive, to maneuver instead of putting it like in your arm, which is a lot more comfortable because of how squishy it is, I think. They put it in and then they started putting a drip of like saline, and it was like it felt so cold. Like the saline, it felt so cold on my hand. It was so uncomfortable. Oh, well, you have diabetes, so first of all, if you don't like needles or if you're afraid of needles, the fear does not magically go away when you need to use them every day. It doesn't hurt as bad if you like drink a bunch of water in preparation, because I guess if your veins are like all nice and plump, the needle just goes in really easily. She's talking to me, she's like, it'll be over before you know it. I'm like, I'm really nervous. She's like, well, you're not gonna remember any of it. I'm like, oh, well. The thought of being like completely awake and then just completely out is like so scary. And so they like wheeled me in or whatever, and I was looking at all the equipment and I couldn't really see it, most of it. I was like, everything's blurry. I was laying on my side and they put this bite guard in my mouth and it was all happening so fast, and they put it in, they're like, okay, we're gonna give you the medicine now, and I was like, ah. And they're like, yeah, it's okay, it's okay. I'm like, I'm starting to like hyperventilate a little bit, and they're like, just pushing the medicine. They're like, okay, she's gonna be out in a second. And they're like, it's okay, you're doing, they're like encouraging, they're like, you're doing perfect, you're perfect. She's patting me on like the shoulder or the head or something. She was just being so sweet, the lady. And then, yeah, I don't remember anything after that until I was in like the recovery area room. I woke up and they were like, do you want, I don't really remember, but I remember like they asked if I wanted like pretzels, and I was like, yeah, pretzels is good. And then I had a little juice box, and I think I like fell asleep again, and they had to come in and wake me up another time. I was out of there by noon.